Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Friday, the 25th of June, 2021. In today's Millwall news, we've got news of two players that have been linked with Millwall today, two new players. So this is from news@den.co.uk and this broke this morning from various places, and it's a young player who's signed up to Arsenal, but he was on loan at Blackpool last year. His name is Danny Ballard. It says Millwall working on a deal for Arsenal defender who helped Blackpool to Championship promotion. Millwall are working on a deal to sign Arsenal defender Daniel Ballard and hope to see off interest from several Championship clubs to seal his signature on a season-long loan. Ballard, 21, spent the last campaign at Blackpool, where he made 28 league appearances, including in the playoff final, as the Tangerines achieved promotion to the Championship by beating Lincoln 2-1 at Wembley. He is also a senior Northern Ireland international with 5 caps after making his debut in September 2020 in a 1-1 draw against Romania in the Nations League. And he was playing, so for Blackpool he was playing centre-back mostly in the 28 league games that he played. But for Northern Ireland, it seems he's playing right back, so he can play centre back or right back. So Ballard, who was born in Stevenage, joined the Arsenal Academy before signing his first professional deal in 2018. He was on loan at Swindon in 2019-20, but that spell was cut short by a knee injury. Ballard has trained with the senior squad under Gunners boss Mikel Arteta after an eventful time underage when he was twice told that he was going to be released. The first time, then head of Arsenal's academy Liam Brady had to release papers for the youngster, but then changed his mind after half an hour of their meeting. Then Ballard missed out on a scholarship and was on trial with Stevenage when Gunners Academy manager Andrzej Jonka called him and said they needed a defender for a friendly against Bayern Munich. On the way home after that game, Jonka offered him a scholarship. But Ballard seems a grounded individual. When he made his debut for Northern Ireland, he gave his shirt to Brian Stapleton, the scout who had spotted him when Ballard was 7. Brian's been there since the start and has always helped me and my family with everything, Ballard said in an interview with Goal last January. He's someone I know I could always turn to and he'll be there for me. He's just a really genuine and good-hearted person. He actually went to watch a different tournament, but he didn't find anyone, so a load of parents ushered him over to where we were playing. I thought I had a terrible game. I got in the car and started crying my eyes out. Then my dad told me I was going for trials with Arsenal. I just thought he was trying to cheer me up. Ballard described his struggles at Arsenal as he tried to make the grade. Technically and physically, I felt like I was getting left behind. I always felt I was falling behind the standard. Liam took me in a meeting at 114s and told me he was giving me my release papers. I just burst out crying. It was like my whole world had come to an end. We spoke for a while, and after about half an hour he just changed his mind and never gave me the release papers. He said I could stay and that there were new management coming in. He said take 2 years and try and impress them. Ballard also spoke in that interview about going out on loan. He said, I think it's important that you really experience what it's like away from Arsenal. I feel like a Blackpool player, which I think is really important. It's been really tough and the amount of games is hard to deal with. There are no easy games. You could be playing bottom of the league, but the quality isn't any different from playing mid-table or even top of the league, because you have to be a very good, well-rounded professional to play at this level. There are no weak spots a lot of the time, and everyone works their bollocks off. It's pretty relentless. Ballard has experienced one of the toughest tests for any defender in world football currently facing Borussia Dortmund striker Erling Haaland. In their match report, BBC Sport said Ballard looked assured in a back three despite Northern Ireland's 1-0 defeat in Norway. Haaland was pretty tough, Ballard, who played on the right side of defence, said. He's like 6'4", but he's fast, which is a combination you usually don't see. So it's pretty intimidating coming up against him. He's got that aggression and hunger. He won't let you have an easy game, and it's nice playing against players like that because they give you the best challenges and it gives you the motivation to go away and prove yourself. Obviously, the first game he scored 2 goals, but I think in the away leg we did really well to stop him from doing anything, actually. So there you go. This is the player we're linked with. That was in the interview he gave to Goal. Arsenal and Northern Ireland international defender Danny Ballard. So let's just have a look at this. This is from whoscored.com and it's Danny Ballard. So 21 years old. He's going to be 22 this year on the 22nd of September. And he's been playing for Blackpool, and these are his games. So, the most recent one being that final at Wembley against Lincoln. They won 2-1, and he had a 6.65 rating, which isn't that good for him. Because if we scroll down, you can see he's consistently in sevens. He's got an 8.21. He's got an 8.29. You can see 8.26 against Crewe. Yeah, so pretty consistently high in the scores. But a funny thing I noticed watching these things. So you can see aerials 1 here in this column here. When he had to play, so when he won a lot of the aerial balls, so that means when the other team were playing long balls quite often, it seems. His team didn't do that well, so they won this game 3-0. But before that, against Rochdale, they lost. Before that, against Accrington, he won 11 aerials, but they drew 0-0, and that was a home game, so they drew that. Going down as well to this one against AFC Wimbledon. So again, he won 10 aerials that day, but they lost 1-0. And this one here again against Accrington, 0-0. He won 9 aerials. So it seems that's just a little thing I noticed. Yeah. And again, so look here at the pass. So there was something going on in that game where his passing was way off. 34.5% pass success percentage. Maybe they were both playing aerials. He kind of responded, and his long balls on all that. I don't know, but it's a bit weird. He's got similar another 2, so that's not too bad. Having 3. He's got a game here with 45% pass success percentage. He's got a game here of 47.2. So maybe his long balls aren't all that. Maybe he prefers to play on the floor, and he can win the aerial battles, but he doesn't really. Maybe the Blackpool team weren't suited to that kind of style of defending, and they struggled against teams that played it in the air. I don't know, but so these are his stats here. He actually scored a couple of goals as well against Oxford away, and at home to Crewe. So there you go. This is the player we're linked with. We can see, so that's just in League One. So you can see here in UEFA Nations League B so he's played against Romania twice, against Norway twice. One of them was the 5-1 hammering. Ouch. So he played 46. Did he get yanked off at half time? Shall we have a look? What happened there? Let's see if we can see it. Did he start the game and get yanked off? Because that was a bit brutal, that, wasn't it? Are they going to show us? I don't know. Can we see the actual result, please? So what happened here? Yes, he got yanked off at half time when they were 3-1 down. So maybe, what was his rating in that game? So yeah, 5.9. So it wasn't too good, but the goalkeeper didn't get a good rating. The player in front of him didn't get a good rating either. So you probably think it's not all on him. But he's the guy they yanked off. Liam Boyce. So what happened? So at half time when they made the change, what happened there? See if we can. Yeah. So they changed to a 3-5-2. Okay. And Liam Boyce. So they brought in an attacking player. Okay. So they had to take one of the defenders off, the central defenders. Or he was playing right back. No, he was playing central defence. So they took him off to bring on a striker because they were 3-1 down. Okay. That's kind of. Oh, he was on a booking as well, so maybe that influenced the decision. But after they took him off and changed position within 12 minutes, so they conceded another 2 goals. So seems I don't think he can really get the blame for that. Don't think so. But let's have a look. So you can see here. So apart from that one shaky game, not a win here, but Northern Ireland aren't the best of teams. But even in the other games, his rating's been pretty good. 6.89 in the other game against Norway. Played all 90 minutes. 6.64 against Romania. That was a 1-1. And the other 1-1, 6.43. So this is international games. And against Austria, 7.09. Austria in the current Euros. They're in the last 16, so we'll see how they get on. And in a World Cup qualifying game, 3 months ago in March, 0-0 draw. He played 74 minutes against Bulgaria, so kept a clean sheet and got a rating of 6.74. So that's not bad. That's not bad. But so we can see here. But here's the thing, which kind of confusing me. So he was at League Two. I think Swindon were in League Two when he was on loan in 2019. I believe, I'm not too sure. It might have been League One again. Then he went on loan to Blackpool League One. So there's a progression there. They're testing him in higher and higher standard football. Now it looks Arsenal want him on loan in the Championship. Do Arsenal even want him? Are they trying to let him go? Because he's 22. He's going to be 22 this year. So, and they've already tried to cut him twice, it seems, when he was a kid. So, do they really actually want him? He's not going to be in a Premiership anytime soon. So, you would imagine that he's not got long at Arsenal. So, you can see here, it says I hope to see off interest from several Championship clubs. So it looks like Arsenal are saying, "Oh, we want to loan into a Championship team now, to test him at Championship level." And maybe they've put it out to tender. Maybe they've contacted every single club in the Championship. But what's pondering to me is he was at Blackpool last season. He won promotion through the playoffs with Blackpool to the Championship. So would he not want to go back to Blackpool and play in the Championship? Maybe because he's not too sure about the quality. It's going to be a bit tough for him. Or maybe they're just like, yeah, let's just open it up to everyone. Maybe it's business. Like Arsenal, they get the loan fee. They want someone. They got opening it up to basically the highest bidder. They don't really care where it goes. They just want to make money. So we'll see. But kind of scratching my head why he wouldn't want to go back to Blackpool. Maybe they can't afford him, but don't know. Yeah, but he seems a very decent player. Like 21, 22 years old. International player for Northern Ireland. Did very, very well in League One. But you're wondering when he comes to us, how's he gonna play? Is he gonna can he play wing back? Will he take over from Romeo? Will he take over from Hutchinson's role, playing on that right of the free? Because I really liked Hutchinson. Hutchinson was my man of the match, my man of the season last year. Player of the season. He did really, really well on that right hand side of the free. Will he play there? Will he play in the middle with Cooper on the left and Hutchinson on the right? or is he just come? Will he just come to sit on the bench and just go in when we've like got a bit of a problem with injuries and stuff, which happened this season? So, but then would Arsenal want him to come to us on loan and be a bit part player sitting on the bench? You don't know. But so there you go, Danny Ballard, Northern Ireland international, linked to Millwall. We're trying to sign him on loan. I hope he's he seems to have a bit of baton from the interview that I've just read you, and I hope he does more than the previous loans we had from the Premier League, Zahor and Parrott, because yeah, there are two types of loan players: those who are interested and want to get on and play, and those just who don't really give a toss. So we'll see which one we get if we get him. So moving on now, so we've got another clickbait kind of story here. This is from footballleagueworld.co.uk, and it says Nottingham Forest rivaling Millwall in transfer tussle for in-demand midfielder. Nottingham Forest are reportedly rivaling Millwall to the potential signing of Groningen defensive midfielder Ahmed El Messaoudi, according to Belgian media outfit GVA. Spanish side Granada and Saudi's Al Azam are also believed to be keen on striking an agreement to sign El Messaoudi ahead of the 21-22 league campaign. El Messaoudi has been with Groningen since 2019, having previously been on the books the likes of KV Mechelen and Lies SK earlier in his professional career. He has caught the eye of some strong performances for the Dutch side and chipped in with 8 goals and 2 assists from his 30 appearances in the 2021 season. So that doesn't sound like a defensive midfielder to me. They've listed him in the opening paragraph as a defensive midfielder, but he's got 8 goals and 2 assists. What it does sound to me like, he sounds very similar to Josh Windass, because Josh Windass got 9 goals last season in the Championship. He got 8 goals and 2 assists in the Eredivisie. So, Nottingham Forest, blah blah blah. I don't care about Nottingham Forest, so I'm going to skip that. Blah blah blah. El Messaoudi could be answered the problem. It'd be interesting to see whether Forest can fend off interest from the likes of Millwall to land his signature this summer. One thing that I would say is that the rules surrounding signing foreign players have changed because of Brexit. Even if he had an EU passport, it wouldn't mean a damn. There's literally like a points-based system where the more you need to get, if you get up to, I think it's 15 points, you're basically guaranteed to go through with work permit, signed, sealed, delivered, get a stamp. Yeah, you can sign for this team, it's fine. If you get less than 15 points, you got to go to like some interview or like some adjudicator who's going to say, hang on a minute, why are you signing this guy? Is that he's fucking shit? You can get a British player or a qualified player from this country to play rather than this guy. We're not going to give you a work permit for him because he's not any better than what we've got in this country. There's hundreds of professional footballers out of contract, all looking for clubs, and you're trying to sign this guy from abroad for no reason. So it doesn't seem that he's I don't know. Is he a Dutch national? I don't know. Maybe, but like I said, that doesn't mean anything anymore. Having that Dutch passport and EU passport doesn't really mean anything. The fact that he's been playing in Groningen and he's played 30 times, so I think they have like a 42 game season, so he's played in most of their games last year. And luckily enough, the Eredivisie is one of the, I think it's the they've got a word for it, like not Premier, but not Premier, but Elite. I think they call it Elite. The elite leagues, so that if you've got trying to sign a player from an elite league in Europe, that gives you points. Like I said before, that gives you points. If he's played in most of their games before, he gets more points. If he's an international, he gets even more points. So that the fact that he's been playing for Groningen in the Eredivisie, he's played 30 times last season, that will give him more points. So we'll see how it goes. But I just brought up his stats here, you can see. So Eredivisie 26. So he was actually last season played in the playoffs for Liège in Belgium, and then he went to Eredivisie for Groningen, scoring 8 goals, 2 assists, 2 yellow cards, pass success of 75.4, aerials 1.7, 4 man of the match. This is 6.99. Like I said, these stats are reminiscent of Josh Windass, and what it seems to me, especially when you look here, back here, and you see, so we've got Granada in Spain, we've got Al Azem in Saudi, and we've got Forest and Millwall in the UK. Sounds to me like we've got an agent trying to find another club for a player, and he's found out, hey, Millwall bid $1 million for Josh Windass. I'll tell you what, Josh Windass is like my guy, Ahmed El Messaoudi. Why don't we try and link them with him? So there you go. He's 25 years old, Morocco. So he's Moroccan, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have a Dutch passport. Maybe a Belgian passport. Let's have a look. So like we see with Danny Ballard, let's have a look at Ahmed's games. You can see here. So let's go back to this actually, because I wanted to show you something which was scrolled down. You can see here a bit of a utility man, played all over the shop. So playing centre midfield, he's got a rating of 7.13. Playing AMC 7.43. So pretty similar to Josh Windass. I showed you the thing here where he basically played, except Josh Windass never played DMC, but he played all along the front areas. This guy hasn't played on the left, so pretty much right-footed, playing on the right. AMR 6.91, DMC 6.73. Coming off as a sub 6.35, so he doesn't really like coming into a game. Doesn't really do well, or maybe he didn't have enough time to do anything in the game to get the points up there, the rating up. So playing as a forward even twice, 6.88. Strengths, aerial duels, dribbling, finishing. Likes to play long balls and likes to dribble. Okay. Weaknesses, passing and crossing. So he could be give him the ball and he'll drive it forward, and then he won't pass to anyone or cross. Sounds fantastic. So let's have a look at the games he played. So like, literally all over the shop in terms of position on the pitch, and you can see consistency isn't really there in his pass success percentage. Low as 60.9, then up in the 95s, and that was for a 90-minute. That's not bad for a 90-minute game. Having 95% pass success percentage. So he's got a 9.19 here against AZ Alkmaar. Did he score a goal? He scored 2 goals. So he scored 2 goals against AZ Alkmaar. Got a massive rating of 9.19. Scored goals either side of those games against Willem II, like I say, Weljik, 8.02. So done really well. Had a pretty decent spell in December. Kind of, yeah. These ratings are up and down. Low 6s, middle 6s, high, middle 7s. So yeah, but it just seems to me another little clickbait article that either the agents linked in with Millwall because they've heard of the Josh Windass money. Oh, we've got money to spend on this type of player, or just the guy who wrote the article put it together himself. And you'll notice these stories, they also link us with either players that are also linked to Forest or Middlesbrough, and it's kind of like It's like a whole, like a hack, like a hacky premise now. Like, are we genuinely both clubs going for the same players all the time, or are they just? Because if they wrote, if Forest were interested in him, or they were linked with Forest, then there's only a certain amount. Like, how many Forest fans are going to click on it? But here's the thing: you put Mill in the title, all the Mill fans are going to click on it as well, on the story, and you're getting more ad revenue from all the clicks. That's why it's called clickbait. Trying to get scam people to click on it to get the not only looking at the ads, they get a cookie on your device. They get a tracking cookie on your device, and then you're scrolling around the internet. You're getting ads for things that know too much about you because they're tracking where you're going online. So that's where the real money's made. They track where you go online, and they send that data back to Google Ads or Facebook Ads, or the ad companies who host the ads on the various websites. And when you go on a website, it goes, "Oh, that's the guy who's interested in this football thing. He's interested in this other thing." That's how they make their money. So it's just a bit weird. It's always Forest, Middlesbrough clubs. We're always linked with Millwall, with Millwall players. We're all going for the same players. Seems a bit weird to me. Anyway, I've been rambling enough. I'm done for today. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.